Well, good morning. Robby Lybrand here for our daily encouragement at St. Mark. It's so good to get to spend another week with you and look at Jesus in our life and look at our life and hopefully be inspired during a time that is kind of troubling in our world. I'm out here at a home here in Greenwood where some of the youth and some of the adults from St. Mark are working to build a ramp for a couple that is having some health issues. They can't get in and out of their house, and so some youth and some adults got together, and some different groups from the church found some funding and got together and were able to pay to get this ramp built for this couple that was in need of having it built. If you're like me, this past week you've been watching the news, you've been seeing everything that's going on in our country, and whether you're on the left side or the right side or somewhere in the middle, you've probably been concerned about what's happening in our world. No matter what your political view is, no matter who you've voted for, there's probably been a little bit of anxiety there about everything, and it has been for me too. It's been a week of questioning and a week of wondering, how did we get to a certain point, and who's right and who's wrong at this point for me doesn't really matter anymore. What matters to me is how do we come back together in unity as a country. I was scrolling through social media, which is probably one of the more dangerous things to do during these times, and a post came up, a picture that a preacher that I follow had posted, and it was very simple. It was one little sentence. It's time to do what Jesus said. And that got me thinking about this week. It got me thinking about this job that we're here doing today. What was it that Jesus said? Well, it's simple. Jesus said to love your neighbor as yourself. The 12th chapter of Mark. He gave us two commands: to love God with everything we had, and to love our neighbors as ourselves. That's what we're doing here today. We're making sure that this couple has exactly what they need so that they can get in and out of their house safely. Making sure that we're loving them. They're not members of our church. They're or any kind of affiliation like that. They're just people in our community. But we're loving them because they need help. And I think if our entire country and our entire world starts to remember this, that we need to love each other, it doesn't matter about our political views. It doesn't matter about what side of the aisle we're on. What matters is that we're caring for each other. This pandemic that's been raging for almost a year now in our country has got a lot of people down. It's got a lot of anxiety about it as well. But what do we do to fix that? Well, we trust scientists and we trust the doctors, and we let them do what God has given them the talent and the ability to do. And then we go out and we love people as best we can. We help those that are in need. We help those that are struggling. We don't get down on each other. We care for each other. That's what Jesus told us to do. And that's what we're going to talk about all week, is what is it that Jesus has told us to do? And how does that relate to the time that we have right here, right now? So yeah, it's been a crazy week. But the sun is shining. People are loving their neighbors, and I see a better day tomorrow. I see a better day in the days to come. But we have to do what Jesus said in order for that to happen. We have to get back to that as a country. We have to get back closer to Him. But it has to start with each one of us. It has to start with us, and that love will grow. I hope you have a great week. I look forward to spending our time together this week as we look at what Jesus told us to do. I've probably taken enough of a break now. I should probably get back and help them finish up. I'll see you tomorrow.